Hi there, what's your name?
My name is Elizabeth.
And who have you dressed as? I couldn't already tell.
Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
This is a wonderful costume. How long did it take you to make?
This costume is, wow. It was a long time. It was a long time.
Is this the first time you've cosplayed, or?
Oh, no. I've been cosplaying for over 5 years. So I actually retired this, and I decided to pull it out one more time for this convention.
If you're going to do it at a convention, a video game convention is it, right?
Exactly.
So, what other costumes have you done?
I do Mora the Enchantress from the Marvel Comics. I do Elizabeth from BioShock. Most of my cosplays are video game based, but I have over a dozen.
Do you have a favorite?
This one. And I've worn it for years, so I kind of feel like it needed to be retired, but at the same time, it's hard to let it go.
Kind of like a second skin now.
Yes.
What do you remember your first costume? What was?
My first costume. Oh my gosh, Chi from Chobits, and then Bulma from Dragon Ball Comics, the biker babe one. So those were the first two that I wore at AUSA when it used to be down in, I believe, Crystal City.
Do you have any other plans, costumes kind of in the works?
Yeah, I'm working on a steampunk Sailor Pluto, and I'm also working on the game Alice Madness Returns. I'm working on the Siren skin. And then I have a few more like Destiny armors and whatnot for Dragon Con. I'm probably going to make Tally for Mass Effect, so I have a lot on my list.
Well, that sounds great. Do you have somewhere where if people want to take a look at your work, they can find it?
Yeah, my Facebook page is Studio Eingana, Eingana, so you can find all my photos there.
All right, well, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too, thank you very much.
Hi there, what's your names?
Rebecca. I am Kim.
And you're going to have to help me. What are your costumes?
I am Cammy Fett.
And I am Chun Leia.
These are wonderful. I absolutely love crossover smash-up costumes. What made you decide to do this?
I like to do crossovers a lot, and I wanted to do something Princess Leia, so I was like, Chun-Li, and then I asked her to join me, and she's like, sure, why not?
And I chose Cammy Fett because it's like the costume designs are easily incorporated into each other.
Have you done a lot of these types of crossover cosplays in the past?
I have done a lot. I don't know about Rebecca.
Yeah, I haven't done that many. I usually stick to video game characters, like original characters, and try to mimic them. But as I grow, I get roped into things like this with Kim, and she kind of shows me the different ways that you can show your fandom for more than one group at a time.
Well, that's great. How long have you been cosplaying?
I've been cosplaying since 2012, I think.
And I've only been doing it for a year and a half.
What other types of costumes have you done that you're proud of?
I've done everything. I do anime, I do video games, comic books, sci-fi, some original things. So if I see something and it looks good, I'm going to make it.
And she's also known for making absurdly huge props.
Oh yeah, I do that occasionally.
Yeah. We did a really awesome thing. I helped her make a prop for Dragon Con, and she was Shiori from Witchblade, and it's massive costume.
It's actually my body span, the blade is. It's as tall as me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any other costumes you're working on that you maybe want to...
Yeah, actually later on tonight I'm going to be wearing a warrior version of Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph, and then we're currently working on stuff for Katsucon coming up. So, I don't know, what are we working on for Katsucon?
I'm working on a Lolita version of Inuyasha with the Tetsaiga, and a mashup of Attack on Titan. I'm going to do a Levi Cupid for Valentine's Day.
Very cool, very cool. So if people want to see more of your work, where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook or Instagram. On Facebook, I'm Malicious Cosplay. On Instagram, I'm Malicious K Cosplay. And DeviantArt as well, Malicious Cosplay. Just Google it, you'll find it.
And you can find me on any social media platform at all of them as Bubbles Galore. It's BUBBLESGAL0RE.
Well, thank you very much, ladies, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there, what's your name?
Why do I have to disclose that information?
I thought maybe you'd like to let people know who you are, so...
Oh, good. I thought you were going to kidnap me. Daria.
Thank you for speaking with me, Daria. How are you enjoying MAGFest so far?
It's been eventful, to say the least. Basically, I just come here to judge all the cosplays and crazy people. Hasn't disappointed.
You've never thought of cosplaying yourself?
Halloween comes once a year. That's enough for me.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thanks.
So, that's okay.
I can only be snarky for so long.
That's all right.
I'm not as mean. I'm not as mean as she is.
Cynical.
Yeah, well, okay, fine. I'm not as cynical as she is.
So, what is your name?
My name is Molly.
Nice to meet you, Molly. I really like the Daria cosplay.
Thank you.
Have you been dressing up long?
No, actually. I just started getting into conventions a couple of years ago, and I wanted to do cosplay that was one kind of simple, like nothing too elaborate, like an average, like modern costume, and then something that. But I also at the same time, I also wanted to do something that not a lot of people saw. So I went to conventions like. My first two conventions, I just didn't wear a costume and I just scoped out the whole thing. And I was like, well, there's not a lot of 90s American cartoon characters. So the first character I wanted to be was like Helga from Hey Arnold. And I couldn't get the hair thing or the unibrow or anything like that. I didn't know how to do any of that because I'm a complete noob. And then I was like, well, what other 90s characters did I grow up with? Oh, Daria. And I looked her up and I was like, oh my God, that's the easiest costume ever. And I did it. And people know who I am and it's really, really cool, but I've yet to see another Daria cosplayer.
I think the combination of two cynical masses like that would just cause an implosion. And yeah.
Yeah, we would just, I think it would just become a stalemate where we would just be kind of sitting there throwing shade at each other until like one of us caved, but that would never happen. So we'd just be standing there till the end of time, just constantly throwing snark and snark and snark.
What you'd need is a Jane cosplay.
I would love a Jane cosplay. I would love to have a friend of mine be my Jane. And her costume is actually pretty easy too. It's not that difficult, so if I could find someone willing to be my Jane, that would be fantastic. Or even better, my Trent. Or
especially here at MAGFest with the music.
And Jane, Trent, Quinn. My goal, like what I envision will happen, is the more people see me, more people will come cosplay as Daria characters, and I'll get like a Daria cosplay group happening. And I think that'd be really, really awesome.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, you too, and I mean that sincerely.
Hi there, what's your name?
My name's Zoe.
Can you tell me a little bit about the costume you've got?
This is Skullman from Mega Man 4.
It's very well done. How long did it take to build?
Well, my boyfriend did most of the building, but he was also doing 2 other costumes at the time. He's been working on them nonstop for about 3 months now.
It's remarkably well done. How is it made?
Well, the bottom, there's a wire mesh armature. Over that we did expanding foam. Over that we did spackle. Over that it was Mod Podge. And then there were a few coats of Plastidip.
How long have you been cosplaying for?
Only a few years. My first was when I was 19 and it was terrible.
Do you have any ones that you really proud of and really interesting? Or?
Well, I don't have the right to be proud of this one because I didn't make it, but I'm proud of this one.
Do you have any other costumes in the work that you're thinking about doing? And
Well, I'm actually pregnant with a baby on the way, so when the baby's out, I'm going to be having a Kangaskhan Gajinka, and I'll dress the baby up too.
Family costumes are always cute. Very, very cool. So I wish you good luck and congratulations.
Thank you very much.